Hey, this is Anton Gunn, and I want to talk about how you can ensure your growth and development as a leader. But first, I want to underscore why it's so important to continue to grow and develop yourself as a leader. See, our business environment, our healthcare environment is changing every day. There's new technology, there are new resources, there is a new innovation every day that is making what you did yesterday obsolete and what you'll be doing tomorrow very different than what you're doing today. So whether it's healthcare reform, whether it's the reform of healthcare reform or the Affordable Care Act, or maybe it's some major health crisis or pandemic that is changing how we do business. Whatever it is changing rapidly. And we need leaders like you to stay ahead of those changes to make sure the changes happen with you and not to you. And so the only way you do that is to focus on your personal growth and development as a leader. You have to ensure that you're developing yourself as a leader. And many times we think that we are. We think that by rounding with our teams and talking to frontline staff, or maybe calling a colleague or two that we know that works in another place, that we're actually doing enough to stimulate our own growth and development. And you're not doing enough. So you think you're doing enough, and what you're doing is that you're slowly but surely moving yourself to the back of the pack when it comes to addressing the challenges that we face in the healthcare environment. So I want to give you a quick framework, a few things that you can be doing to make sure that you are growing and developing yourself as a leader. And I know it may sound simple, but these are things that I think some of us take for granted. The first thing is you have to be a part of your professional association. As a matter of fact, you might need to be a part of 3 or 4 professional associations. So maybe that's the American College of Healthcare Executives because you work in healthcare. But it also might be the fact that you need to be involved in your trained professional association, like the Organization for Nurse Leaders. So you want to be involved in the organizations where you are a professional. The reason why you want to be involved and be a member is because they got great mailing lists. They send out great newsletters and great content that speaks specifically to what's going on in the industry. And you knowing what's going on in the industry is probably the most important thing for you to stay on the cutting edge. After being involved in your professional associations, the second thing you want to do is actually go to the professional association's annual meeting or to plug into their webinars. See, many people join and they're on the mailing list and they get the newsletter in the mail or they get the magazine in the mail, but they never open it and they never read it and they never answer the emails. So you're a member of the professional association, but you're not being a part of the professional association. So you got to get up, get out, and go and connect with your other colleagues to learn what's going on, to learn what innovations are there for you. So that's how you make sure that you continue to grow and develop. A third thing that you can do is to become a reader. That's right, leaders are readers. And you got to read something every day. I know some CEOs that read 20 to 40 books a year. So the question is, in your leadership role, how many books did you read this year? How many books have you read in the last 5 years? If the answer isn't more than 25, then you again are always behind the ball when you need to be ahead of the ball. So it's up for you to get ahead. And how you get ahead is you become a leader that reads. So you got to read more. And what should you be reading? I'm really talking about books that are focused on professional development and growth. My book, The Presidential Principles, is a great tool for leaders who want to grow themselves and develop themselves. There are other great books out there, but you got to find some learning and some growing to do by opening up a book and reading it. And if you're not a reader and you don't like turning the pages of books, well, they got this great thing called audio books that you can actually download to your iPhone, your iPad, whatever technology you have, and be able to listen to the content that way. Sometimes it might even be better to listen to the content because you have the opportunity to make notes. But these are 3 things that you should be doing to grow and develop. Join your professional association, participate in your professional association, and become a reader that is a leader who reads. You can do all of the things, you can do all of them above, and that's just how you're going to ensure your growth and development. The last key that I'll give you is you got to apply everything that you learn. So don't just go to the conference and get great insights or read a book and get great insights and never do anything with them. You got to make an application to everything that you learn, because knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. I want to thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day.